The past week or so, I have been binge watching liquidation unboxing videos here on YouTube. I figured why not try it out myself, so I went ahead and bought a small liquidation box. I'm going to open it on camera with you guys so we can both see what's inside the box, see how much everything is worth, and see if it is worth doing this more in the future. If you're new here, my name is Tom with Path to Billions. On this channel, I'm documenting my financial journey, and I'm taking everyone along with me so we can succeed together. My channel focuses on Amazon FBA, but every once in a while I like to break out and try different videos like this one. So if you're interested in learning more about growing on Amazon, definitely subscribe to the channel, and let's dive into this box. For those of you who have never seen liquidation unboxing videos before, liquidation is essentially where companies have extra inventory they want to get rid of at a really cheap price just to get it off their books. Liquidation tends to come in a couple different conditions. You have brand new shelf pulls where there's overstock at the store, so they pull it off their shelves and then sell it on to a liquidation company. You also have customer returns, which is really popular, where you get customers that return products, and then instead of trying to figure out whether the product's new or used, the company will just sell it off to a liquidation company. Sometimes there's a combination depending on how you're buying them, but you never really know what you're going to get unless you buy manifested pallets. In my case, I bought a mystery box, meaning I don't know anything about what's in here. All I do know is that it's Amazon customer returns. So let's open this box. I'll give you guys a quick top-down view just to see what I see on top of the box, but let's pull out something and look at it. So the first thing I see is two of these signs that just say, please social distance. And I got two of them in here. These are going to be a little bit harder to price because they're probably just a private label product. So this item does have an Amazon label on it, so I just searched that up and I found the item. And this is a whole $1.82 for a 12-pack of stickers. So that's going to be a zero at this point. I'm not going to make any money off that. I'm not even sure how I would sell it, but we'll figure that out. Next up, we have, it looks like shoe protectors. You just stick them on your shoe and it prevents creases. It has a price tag on it of $9.99. Let's look it up. Using the UPC code up here, I was able to find it on eBay. It sells for $9.99. So I'll probably list it on eBay. Keep in mind this is box damaged, so I will have to list it on eBay versus selling it on Amazon. Next up, I got a shirt. Women's flowy long sleeve shirt. For this item, it doesn't have a UPC code, so it's going to be kind of hard to find. But I'll look up what the seller label says and see if I can find anything. I'll have to do more research on this, but just looking at the first page of Amazon results, I couldn't find this exact one, so I'll have to do more research on it. Next up, we have a planner. So it's a budget planner, just a little notebook, and then you can put different information in there. This is also a Amazon warehouse deal, meaning Amazon resold it after it was already returned. So let's look up the UPC and see if it's on Amazon. So I looked this up on Amazon, and according to the Keepa graph, Amazon was originally selling this for $5.50. Also, this is a budget planner for the years 2021 to 2022. So technically half of 2021 is already over. So this is only really good for 2022 and the rest of this year. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to sell this. If I can sell it, it's only $5. So far I'm not finding a whole lot of anything in this box. Next up, we have a phone case. The good news with this one is it does look like it's still sealed, like it hasn't been opened, so it is brand new. And the seller label actually has the ASIN on it, which is good. So using the ASIN on the seller label, I was able to find the product. It is currently selling for $12.99 on Amazon. This is for an iPhone 11 Pro Max. So I might be able to sell this on eBay and get around $10 for it. It actually looks like I have two of those cases, and it's the same one. So that is always good. I have another one of those. Next up is a automatic induction soap dispenser. The box does look a little bit dirty over here. So let me just open it up real quick. It still has all its little screws for mounting it on the wall and a baggie. It does still look brand new, which is good. Again, because of the box damage, I wouldn't be able to sell it on Amazon, Plus, I'm going to guess this is another private label product, so I will have to look it up and see what it sells for. I found the listing on Amazon for this product, and it is listed at $15.65. So again, this is probably something I would list on eBay and just throw it up for like $9.99 and try and sell it. Next in the box, I have another clothing item. And it literally just says Little Miss Sassy Pants, and then there's some type of print on the other side. And this actually says it's for babies, so it's baby clothing. Most likely this isn't going to be worth much because, again, it's probably just a random private label on Amazon, which this is kind of the downside of buying Amazon return boxes, is Amazon has so many private labels, you do tend to get just random stuff like this. Now, this one does look pretty good. It's Cards Against Disney. I don't know if this is actually made by Cards Against Humanity. I've never actually seen this. I actually do have 2 of those in here. The only thing that I noticed is it doesn't have a UPC on it. And normally that would make me think that it's not from the actual company itself, because normally they'd be selling it in retail stores, so they would want a UPC on it. So I'll have to look it up. So I was definitely right in my assumption on this one. If you actually look up this product on Amazon, they particularly in every single title avoid using the word Disney because they know it's copyrighted. But on Amazon, it is selling for around $30 for one of these. I also looked it up on eBay because I wouldn't want to sell it on Amazon the way they're trying to avoid saying Disney. That's kind of sketchy. But I looked it up on eBay and it was also selling for anywhere from $30 to $40. So after fees and shipping on eBay, I should get about $15 for each one, which is pretty good. Next up, I see a pair of glasses. So I'm going to say, just by reading this packaging, this product is probably going to be a 0. It is blue light blocking glasses, and you could tell by the packaging that this is just some random product off Alibaba or something, because the spelling is terrible, the punctuation is terrible, the grammar is terrible. So I'm going to look it up to see, but most likely I don't know if I want to sell this because I don't know how that works with glasses and your liability selling them if they don't work. So again, because there's a private label product, I can't find this exact one, but there are similar ones because this is a 2-pack selling for $10 to $15. I'll have to do more research before I decide to list them, and I'll let you guys know. Also, to note that these have never been opened, they are perfectly sealed, so that is a good thing if I do decide to sell them. Next up, we have a plain box. I think it says Book Stoppers. The label's kind of cut off, but it's actually a pretty heavy box considering how small it is. So I'm going to think this is going to be bookends. I'll probably have to open it up to check out what's inside. Comes with a pen holder, but it is definitely brand new in box because I had to open it. So each one of these packages is a 2-pack. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 8 of these total. And you can see the brand is a Dickwise. So I'll have to look it up real quick and see if I could find it on Amazon. So I found this exact item on Amazon, and the company that sells it is listing it for 4 pairs and a pen holder for $15.99. So I'll probably have to sell them on eBay most likely, but since it's a private label brand, it might be a little harder. So I'll have to do more research. All right, next up in the box is a Professional Stylist Preferred Blowout Styler. So first thing I am noticing right off the bat with this product is, one, Amazon or the customer shipped it out just in the box. So the box is pretty beat up. It also has an LPN number, which means it's a customer return. And it looks like the box has been opened, which is probably why it's in this poly bag. So I'm going to have to open this to make sure of the condition. So just looking at it real quick, it definitely does look like it's been used. There's a big hair hanging off here, which is kind of nasty. Yep, that thing is definitely covered in hair. So let me look it up and see if it's worth investigating further. All right, so I looked it up further. Amazon is selling it for $47.16. Since this is obviously used, I can't sell it on Amazon. So I looked over on eBay, and even in used pre-owned condition, these are selling for anywhere from $30 to $40. My only thoughts on this product are, one, if I do want to sell it used, I'll probably have to clean it in some fashion. The other thing is there's no way for me to properly test this, so I might have to sell for parts instead of pre-owned, or sell for parts and then just say it's untested. Next up in this box is why my dog was sniffing this. It is a 3-pack of dog treats. And this does look to be a legitimate brand instead of just a random private label one, which gives me hope that this would be worth a little bit of money at the very least. So let me look these up real quick. So looking up the UPC on Amazon, I couldn't find the exact one. It looks like the company has changed their packaging at one point, because I found one that was the same flavor, the same size and everything, but just different packaging. On Amazon, it is selling for $27.50 for a 2-pack, or a 4-pack is selling for $60. But I looked it up on eBay and I found this exact packaging just like this with a 3-pack that's sold for $33. So after shipping and fees, I could probably net about $15 to $20 on that, depending on how much shipping is going to be. So that one is a good find. All right, the next thing I want to look at is they actually have Starbucks coffee in here. So I am curious about this. Ooh, the bad news on this though, they expired January 11th, 2021, which that might be why it got removed from Amazon. Yeah, all the boxes say January 11th, 2021. So let me just look up how much money I lost on these. So that is pretty unfortunate. A single pack of these on Amazon is selling about $12, $13, and I have 6 of them. On eBay, a 6-pack, just like this box, is selling for about $30. I guess I'm just going to have to drink these. So that is unfortunate because it's a pretty big box, so it took up a decent amount of room in here, and technically I can't sell it for anything. I have another one of those shirts that I showed you before that I'll have to do some research on and see if it's worth any. Another one of those shoe protectors from earlier that sells for about $9.99 with free shipping on eBay. Honestly, I don't know what this is. It just says silicone finisher. I'm thinking this might be for when you do tiling and stuff and you caulk something and you want to smooth it out. But again, this is a random private label brand, so most likely it's not going to be worth a whole lot of money. Yep, so this is listed on Amazon, selling from the private label brand themselves for $4.79. So really, even if I could sell it, it wouldn't be worth it. Next up, we have a cappuccino set. Different colored little cappuccino shot glasses. This one does seem to have a UPC, and also it is from a German company. So this might actually be worth something, but we shall find out. Fortunately, it is intact and it is not broken, so that is very good. Let's look it up and see if it is worth anything. So Amazon does have this exact one listed for $19.24. Could not find any on eBay, unfortunately. So I might be able to sell it for like $15 on eBay, but we'll have to list it to find out if it does sell. Next, we have a Joy Lee interactive dog toy. So it does look like it is new in box. It looks like you're supposed to suction it to the floor and then your dog plays tug of war with it. Again, this is definitely another private label company, so I don't have much high hopes for it, but we will look it up. So looking on Amazon, it is currently unavailable, but it looks like according to Keep It, it was selling for anywhere from $17 to $20 on Amazon. Looking it up on eBay, there's only one sold for $19.99, brand new. There's a couple listed. So this is probably another product that I'm going to sell for $15 to $20. I see another pair of those glasses in here. A couple of resistance bands. More blue light blocking glasses, but a different brand, I believe. This one does have an ASIN on it, so I could look it up. These ones are listed on Amazon for a whole $5.99, so again, probably not worth much of anything to me. Sounds like this is a car part for a Toyota RAV4. Plain box inside of that. So it looks like just a piece you could put in your center console to organize your stuff. It has no UPC or anything on this. The only information I have is the seller sticker on the outside, which says nothing really. I'm going to try looking it up to see if it's worth anything. I found this exact one from a brand called Delumina, and it looks like this is another $14 item. It seems like a lot of items I'm finding in this box are in that price range of $10 to $20. Realistically, I don't know if this is going to sell. I might be able to list it on eBay, but I couldn't find any sold on there. I think this is one of the biggest cons with buying Amazon return packages is not even the condition of the products, but the main issue is you're going to find a lot of private label because that's so much of what Amazon sells. And private label products are pretty hard to sell, and a lot of them aren't worth a ton of money. So next, I pulled out of the box two little water bottles for your rabbits on their cages. These are probably only worth a couple bucks, just like the other stuff. So I'll have to look it up later. Next up, it looks like I have a wig. Again, this is going to be another one of those private label products because it just has a bunch of copy paste on the back. And it does look like this one was opened. I'll try looking it up based on the seller label, but I don't really know if this is going to be worth anything. So this item is listed, well, so it's hard to tell which item is which because there's like 30 different styles and colors of hair. But this same brand, this type of product is listed for around $20. Because it is open, I don't really know if I'll be able to sell it or if I even want to. So I'm just going to call that 1 a 0. Next up, we have some classic 2020 masks. These are probably worth nothing right now. Got more masks. These are like vacuum sealed ones too, which is interesting. Now this product is pretty interesting. It's a flashlight glove. So you can point the light at what you're looking at. So let's see if this is worth anything. So this product is listed on Amazon for $8.99. So if I sold it on eBay after fees and shipping, I'd only make a couple bucks. So I'll put that in the pile. Next up, we have reusable makeup remover pads. Let's look up to see if this is worth anything. So we have 2 of these. It looks like they're listed on Amazon for $10 a pack. So maybe I could list it on eBay for $15 to $20. So I saved the base box for last, hoping that if everything else was terrible, that maybe this would be worth something. So let's look it up and see. Literally all it says is for manly man only. The seller label is not helpful at all. It just says SWGGB gifts for men. I don't want to open it because it's sealed, but I don't know how else I would look for it. Honestly, I have no idea how to find this product because it has no information on the box. And I don't necessarily want to open it because it's sealed. So I'm going to have to do some research and figure out if I can find out what this is, and I'll get back to you. It's been about 2 months since I filmed the original part of the video, and I unboxed a mystery box for you guys and showed you what was inside. Since then, I've listed most of the more valuable products and sold a good amount of them. I was debating finishing off this video since I didn't end up doing that good on this mystery box, but my channel is all about showing both the successes and the failures on this channel. So I wanted to make the rest of this video real quick and give you guys some ideas about how to do better if you decide to do liquidation. When I first unboxed the mystery box, I made this Excel sheet to show my estimated sales price, what the fees would be, estimated shipping and potential profit, also how many of the items I had, and then an idea of roughly how much money I could make. Recently, I went through all the stuff that I did sell, which is mostly just the higher value stuff, and I include that here. So you can see here, I sold 4 of the items. One of them, the Cards Against Disney, had 2 units. And you can see the dog treats I estimated at $32.99. I ended up taking a best offer at $28. Fees of $4. Shipping almost $10. And then my total is $14.32. The 2 Cards Against Disney ended up selling for $29.99. I had fees of $4.29. Then an average shipping of $11.05. One was really cheap. One was more expensive. It just depends where it ends up going. There was 2 of them, so I got a total of $29.30 out of those 2. Now for the coffee, in the original part of the video, I mentioned that I wouldn't be able to sell it. But I ended up finding out on eBay, it is against their terms of service to sell expired items. But as long as you are listing that it has an expiration date, what the expiration date is, and when it was, people are still willing to buy expired food items because they technically don't expire, like it's coffee, so it's not really expired. Plus, they're going to get a better deal than if they bought it not expired, and it's basically the same item. So for the coffee, I ended up selling it for $25 for the whole 6-pack. Had fees of $3.44, shipping $8, and I ended up making $13.56 on that. Then there was that hair dryer item I showed you, which I was debating whether to sell, but since I had so few good items, I ended up cleaning it up and selling it. So I listed it. I originally thought it would sell for about $30 used. I ended up selling it for $27.43. Had fees of $4 and shipping was $11.69. So you can see from these 5 items sold, I got a total of $69. Now I originally spent about $130 on this box, so I am down almost $60 on this. So based on the being down $60, there's really no way for me to get that with items that are left. I have listed some of these cheaper items on eBay, but most likely after shipping fees I won't make that much money. Plus you can see a lot of these items are $0 items because they're not really worth anything. So for instance, this planner I was showing you originally, that ended up being a 2021 and 2022 planner. So first off, half the year is already gone. Second, Amazon was originally selling for $5, so I wouldn't make that much money anyway. And third, it ended up being partially used also, so that ended up being a 0. I don't know anything about this wig, and it's way too hard for me to figure out exactly what style, length, and color it is, so that's a 0. The RAV4 organizer might sell eventually, but it's probably going to be a while. So ultimately, that's as much money as I realistically think I'm going to get back out of this. After losing $70, would I do this again? Well, I would definitely do liquidation again, but these mystery boxes aren't that great. One, because you're buying a smaller box versus buying a pallet, you have a lot less chances to make your money back. Two, is because this is Amazon returns, you do end up with, like I did, where you get a lot of private label products, which, one, they're not that expensive, and two, they're hard to sell because they're private labels, so like trying to sell them on eBay, there's not a lot of like comparisons, so it's hard to get them listed for the right price and to get them to sell. If I did liquidation again in the future, what you ultimately want to do is try and buy a pallet instead of a box, so that way you have more items, so the winners outweigh the losers. But even with pallets, there's always a risk that you're not going to make money. Liquidation can be somewhat of a gamble sometimes because you don't know exactly what you're getting. You can improve your odds by buying things like manifested liquidation, which at least now you know what you're going to be buying. Also, you could try and buy shelf pulls instead of returns, so that way you have brand new items versus potentially used items. So I would definitely try this again in the future just to see what I find. But for right now, I'm probably going to wait until I buy another liquidation. Maybe wait till I can buy a pallet and then go through that instead. If you guys do want to see me buy another pallet, make sure you subscribe down below so that way you get notified when that video comes out. If you found this video at all helpful or informative, please drop a like on it. And don't forget to leave a comment on whether you tried liquidation before and whether you had any success. As always, thanks for watching.